Hi. I had a great time Saturday.
So did I. Are you busy tonight?
Douglas, here's a
Big Daddy's playing in Santa Monica.
I can be coerced.
Good. Pick you up at 7.
Big Daddy? 50s retro group. They're great.
The world of showbiz has seen some strange stories through the years, but few to rival the tremendous tale of Big Daddy, a group of doo-woppers who got lost in the Bermuda Triangle of history, but came bouncing back with an angle all of their own. Now, on the eve of the release of their latest long player, we take a look back at Big Daddy, the band that time forgot. Big Daddy started out in the mid-50s, singing on the street corners of West LA. Within minutes, they were playing the best for mitzvahs and poshest proms in Pacific Palisades.
Never let me go.
Then Lady Luck played them a cruel trick. They went on a USO tour of Southeast Asia and got lost in the jungles of Laos for an astonishing 24 years. Talk about going on hiatus. But this band of plucky pop stars came back with a vengeance and have been the heroes of the comeback trail ever since. Top TV shows throughout the world have fallen over themselves to feature the band that goes back to the future every time they play.
A new group is singing rock and rap hits in the doo-wop style. Vanilla Ice will never sound the same again.
Yo! Ice, ice, baby. I say yo! Ice, ice, baby. Yo, yo.
Always on the alert for the cutting edge of rock and roll, our entertainment czar, John Corcoran, has found an old band with a brand new sound.
What if, say, Buddy Holly hadn't gotten on that fatal plane in 1959, or Elvis had just said no to the first Twinkie he stared at? And what about Big Daddy? What if they hadn't gone to Laos? Big Daddy was just another rock band looking for its big break in 1959. It was then invited to Southeast Asia, a USO tour. Fate intervened.
When they restarted their career in the land of the free, they found that the times they had changed. Elvis was no longer swiveling his pelvis, and Jerry Lee Lewis was up to wife number 5. Trained in only one style of music, the hula hoop sound of 50s rock and roll, they have applied their canny craft to the trendiest tunes of today. In TV shows and concerts all over the world, they give their fabulous 50s flavour to songs from a veritable who's who of rock and roll greats.
Oh, Virgin,
Madonna,
I made it through the wilderness, somehow made it through. I didn't know how lost I was till I found.
Dire Straits,
Look at them yo-yos, that's the way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV. Yeah, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Money for nothing and chicks for free.
Rick James,
She's all right. She's a summer free.
and the legendary Mike and the Mechanics.
Well, the last thing I remember, Doc, he started to swerve.
They even borrowed a song from the Boss and went dancing out of the dark, all the way to the top of the British hit parade.
Even if we're just dancing in the dark. I'm just a
Madison Avenue snapped up their sound to animate TV commercials.
Lincoln Park Zoo, we're missing you
at the Lincoln Park Zoo.
It's a world of fun
And it's brand new. Come see us.
We'll see you at the zoo. Lincoln Park Zoo. What's brand new? Lincoln Park Zoo.
My kind of zoo. And they starred in a musical comedy play recounting the story that catapulted them to celebrity status.
There's nothing on it. Those sprocket holes.
Gee, these are smaller than 45s.
Why they call these things CDs?
Maybe because they're so small, you can hardly see these.
Now they're poised for yet another pinnacle of pop stardom. Fervent supporters of the Just Say No to Drugs campaign, they've come up with a revolutionary album that will set rock and roll tongues wagging. They've taken rock and roll's most famous album, the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper, and remade it in their own immaculate image. Stripping away the drug-drenched arrangements of the four mop-tops, who had at that time succumbed to the reefer madness of the Summer of Love, Big Daddy have restored Sgt. Pepper to the monument to 50s rock and roll that it was clearly meant to be.
There were some important things that took place in the 60s, like racial harmony.
Peace and love.
Free sex.
Yeah, that was probably the best.
Hey, wait a minute. They got away from what's really important in the songs, though. Things like burgers.
Cars.
Tight Angora sweaters.
Yeah, that was probably the best thing.
Yeah.
Crooning the catchy choruses of the talented tunesmiths from Liverpool is a positive pleasure for the boys of Big Daddy.
Wednesday morning at 5 o'clock as the day begins, silently closing her bedroom door, leaving the note that she hoped would say more. She goes downstairs to the kitchen, clutching her handkerchief, quietly turning the back door key. Stepping outside, she's free.
We did She's Leaving Home in the style of Paul Anka. We did Diana. We were all members of the Paul Anka fan club, and we had to do it. It's our favorite thing.
Standing alone at the top of the stairs, she breaks down and cries to her husband, "Daddy, our baby's gone."
My head many years from now, will you still be sending me a Valentine, birthday greetings, bottle of wine?
60-Minute Man by the Dominoes was our favorite song in the 50s. It really got them going in all the sock hops, and when we heard the Beatles' When I'm 64, we just couldn't help but put them together.
When I'm 64.
I saw a film today.
Oh boy, indeed. That's just a day in the life of Big Daddy. And with a little help from their friends at Rhino Records, everything's getting better, better, better. Big Daddy's Sgt. Pepper. They love to turn you on.